What is up, everybody? Myself, coach of the Miami Palafins here. Um, we are here with the Rising Phoenix Draft League finals. I've kept up with the playoffs here on the channel. This is the finals between your top-seeded Raleigh Regirocks, coached by Batmann, and your two-seeded Myskovian Sandslashes, coached by Max. You saw both. Well, you didn't see it, but both these teams came out to 8-1 in the regular season, with Raleigh's lone loss coming in week 9 to Dewey after he made some adjustments to the team. And Max's lone loss was to Raleigh himself. And Max has been on a hot streak. He's really solid player, played really well. He's got a good team, preps well. I lost quite decisively when I played him. Then I did the same against Raleigh. Both of them are really good players. They were the top 2 seeds for a reason. I really feel like Max was underestimated throughout the regular season. I believe he was placed 4th by the coaches and by me and Table as the commissioner in the commissioner's poll. He's really exceeded what we thought, how good we thought he was going to be. He's a really solid player. We all knew Batmann was good. He makes moves that I wouldn't even consider, and they all seem to be with the right timing. None ever seem to be too aggressive, and the moves don't get made every time. He's really situationally aware. His prep is off the charts. His adjustments from one battle to the next are amazing. He never seems to be caught off guard. So we should be in for a treat here. Go and preface this, I know what happens. I've seen it. I'm the stat keeper, so none of this is a surprise to me, but I will be commentating it as if I haven't seen it to a degree like I have the other ones, trying to not spoil anything for all of you watching. So we will begin the battle. In a second, I'm going to break down the teams. Almost forgot about that. The weakest mon on Raleigh's team, purely base stat-wise, is Chansey. And I say purely base stat-wise because that thing is a beast. It led kills in our league for a week, I believe. It's very good, especially into Glamora, probably Driftblim, and Aleki. And then the rest of his team is just terrifying. Don't quite know what Thunderous does. I know he made that pickup week 8. Don't think I've really seen it in action. If we have, I just didn't really pay attention to it, but don't know what that does. I know Glow King's good to absorb toxic spikes, really bulky, regenerator mon, does some fun stuff. Dondozo, bulky, fat, hits like a truck, curses. Great Tusk and Roaring Moon. Great Tusk, really good for kind of bulky support, sets up rocks. And then Roaring Moon just hits like a truck. That thing is pretty much a purely offensive piece. And on Max's side, Aleki hits I said Roaring Moon hits like a truck. Aleki hits like if a space shuttle were to come out of space and hit you. That thing decimates things. Galarian Zapdos, we haven't seen much of it in action throughout the season. It's been to a lot of battles, but we really haven't seen it in action too much. Driftblim is an interesting bring. I think I'll get to that at the end of team breakdowns here. Zarude, good into Dozo, good into Tusk to a degree. Drain Punch can hit Roaring Moon. Crunch hits Glow King. So I feel like Zarude is important this week, but not as important as it was last week. Arcanine, always an important piece. Nice bulky Wisp support. Keeps itself alive with the Morning Sun. Probably takes the boots this week because you've got Great Tusk chilling there, going to set up rocks. And then Glamora for your hazard support. Now, on to Drifblim. I didn't expect to see Drifblim in the finals. I expect Spectre because I feel like Spectre is more of a threat than Drifblim is. But I'm sure there was a reason that Max brought Drifblim over Spectre, whether it be for the flying type because of Tusk, or thinks fun stuff with Unburden, just chip with Aftermath, something like that. But we shall see, we shall see. We'll get started here. We get a Tusk versus Arcanine lead. Gets the Intimidate off on Tusk, making it less threatening. Free rocks. Turn 1 rocks really like the play. Nice hazard support. You're not going to see it got rid of unless the Lucky's running spin. That Will-O-Wisp is big because the miss there means Arcanine's going to have to take damage next turn if he wants the Wisp on Donphan. And as you're going to see here, Arcanine losing boots is not great. Like, you don't want to see Arcanine lose boots because its role as bulky support. You want it to have as much health as possible at all times, and then be able to click Morning Sun when you're taking less than half to just heal up, play your bulky support role, be the absolute menace you are, and then move on. It really likes being Intimidate support also, which putting a timer on yourself with the taking rocks damage, not great. And the only reason this is an issue is because of the Will-O-Wisp miss. If he hits Will-O-Wisp on turn 1, it allows him to switch out if he feels like he wants to. And if he doesn't want to, then he would have been able to get Flare Blitz damage off. So I really feel like the Will-O-Wisp miss is a lot bigger than what some people might think it was. But we'll see the burn damage come off. And we'll see the switch into Glamora, which I feel like Max definitely would have liked to do this turn 2. But the Will-O-Wisp miss really was an issue. Because I feel like Max knows Raleigh's playstyle well. I feel like Rocks turn 1 was definitely the move. So even if he was carrying a ground move, I'm pretty sure Max was confident that he wouldn't click at turn 1 because he would want rocks. So the air balloon here is nice because if he would have switched into a ground move on turn 2, it wouldn't have taken the damage. But I don't believe that this Tusk has a ground move. Plus it just, like, Glamora would have taken the knockoff instead of Arcanine, which would have been so much nicer for Max. We're going to get the Toxic Debris here. And then you're going to see switch into Arcanine, where it takes the big rock damage and it's going to get the Intimidate off. Close Combat does next to nothing. The double Intimidate's really big. It really makes the Great Tusk not really do much. Alright, you're going to see Morning Sun. Heals up. Flare Blitz does 32%. Nice little chunk. And then there's Sludge Bomb. Just got to be careful not to get poisoned with the Sludge Bomb if you're going to sit there and continue to Morning Sun. There's Sludge Bomb doing a good little chunk, but not enough to be threatening. Here's Glamora, going to take Sludge Bomb really well. This is what I'm talking about. The switches that Raleigh and that Batmann makes really seem to be timed correctly every time. Like, myself, I wouldn't make that switch because I wouldn't really see a need to. I don't know where he got the ability to like make switches like that. I don't know if it's just like, I really doubt it's luck, because he's made these switches all season, and if he's been wrong, I haven't seen it, because it's just amazing. Like, I am constantly impressed by his battling prowess. Like, he is phenomenal. And not taking anything away from Max, because Max is a really solid battler also, but you won't see him make these kinds of you won't see anyone make these kinds of switches. He's the first person I've seen that really seems to have a knack for the switches like that, because he ends, like, matchup wise, it's so like, I don't have words for it. It's amazing. It's the only person I've ever seen with that ability, and it's awesome. Here's Terra Grass. I would like to hear from Max about why that he felt that Terra Grass was necessary. So Max, if you're watching, could you drop me a comment about why you thought the Terra Grass was necessary there, or why you thought it would help? I guess, like, he might not have been expecting U-turn. I don't know what he was expecting there. I'd like to see his thought process. I really would, because I don't see where the Terra Grass is useful there, but he saw a reason for it, and I'm not gonna say it was a bad Terra, because it looks bad here, but he had a reason behind it. I just don't know what that reason was. Gonna get the toxic debris out. Great Tusk comes out here as Glamora sets up the rocks. You're gonna see Tusk try to spin, if I had to guess. So then Max brings out the spin blocker in Driftblim. And Driftblim is running Flare Boost, I assume. Probably running Flare Boost. If it's running Aftermath or Unburdened, this would be a really weird situation. I guess Flare Boost trick could work out well. Oh, yeah, because, okay, yeah. So there's knockoff. That's gonna knock off the flame orb. There's Hex. That's gonna take down Great Tusk. That's gonna gets rid of the spikes. And I watched this battle, and then I've been having difficulties with the first time. It was me forgetting to turn on Do Not Disturb and getting a lot of notifications, and just deciding I'm not that scuffed to post that. And the second time being my phone and me tripping over my words a lot. But finally watching this the fourth time through, I'm realizing that this was meant to get Flare Boost and then trick off the Flame Orb. And that is a really fun tech, and I really love the innovation there. Like, I love that. That's fun. That's the kind of thing I like to see in draft. And then here it also picks up a weakness policy, which I doubt it's going to get much use for right now. That would have been a lot more useful earlier with Tusk clicking knockoff. But that's such a fun tech. Like, I really like that. Oh, and there's Trick Room by Glow King. Glow King has instantly become a menace just by setting up Trick Room. Because Glamora without Terra, it really hurts. With Terra, it still hurts. Driftblim's going to go down to Psyshock here, most likely. Really feel like his only two options now, if Driftblim did not go down, so it's going to get a nice chunk of damage off. But it's going to die to burn. Regiolecki or Arcanine has to come out here. It's his only options. Yep, he'll bring out Regiolecki. There's Sludge Bomb. It survives, so probably just... Okay, Volt Switch. Okay, that means there's 2 turns of Trick Room left here. Let's see Glamora come out. There's Dozo. Dozo's going to KO with takedown with body press. Set up the Toxic Spikes that will stay. We're at a 4-4 spot here. Arcanine gets the Intimidate off, but takes the rocks damage. Comes Zarude. Looking to take a Liquidation. Good switch. He does take the Liquidation. Rocky Helmet. I really like the Rocky Helmet there. Pretty physically inclined team. Glow King special. Thunder's probably special. Chansey just clicks Seismic Toss a lot. But the 3 biggest threats are physical. I like the Rocky Helmet bring. Especially knowing that you're going to be in front of Dozo a lot. Really chips down on Dozo. So here's what I meant by setting the tone earlier. A little bit of foreshadowing. Missing the Power Whip is unfortunate. Don't know what the roll would have been. It does a decent chunk. I don't know what the exact roll is, but it would have done a decent chunk. And that's just unfortunate because now you're prone to yawn, you're prone to eating a body press. That's just very unfortunate. Max did not have the greatest of luck in this battle, which he's going to use yawn, forces Zarude out. Here comes Arcanine, gets 1 more Intimidate off before it most likely dies soon. Okay, Boots on Roaring Moon, didn't notice that earlier. There's the U-turn to take down Arcanine. And now Raleigh most likely just starts to take control here. This is what we see a lot. We'll see Raleigh go up a Mon or 2 and then just really start to take control because Raleigh really picks apart a team. He doesn't just go hyper offense. He doesn't just go back and go full stall and just try to pick things off individually. He's really good at picking his spots of when to attack and when to stay more passive. And you'll really see him pick apart a team. Like he'll take out Arcanine is always important to Max's team, especially against a team that has 3 very physical threats. Plus Arcanine is just it's cool it's always fun to have on your side late in the battle if you bring extreme speed. Even if you didn't, Morning Sun plus Flare Blitz is a nice combination that does big damage on a lot of things. Glamora, it dies early in most of Max's battles to try and get up hazards, to try to get up some cheap damage. But now if you look at his team, you'll see that Dozo plus Roaring Moon really takes out the rest of his team. Galarian Zapdos a little bit harder to get rid of, but at this point, Max has used his Terra, so there's no Terra Ice coming out of Regieleki. Honestly, Roaring Moon kind of takes out everything, and then Dozo's just there to clean up with Galarian Zapdos probably. Thundurus could also do the same. But we've seen the way Max plays. He could come out of he could bring himself out of a situation like this. You turn my mouth by Roaring Moon there is gonna allow for a switch probably into Thundurus. I would think he wouldn't want to bring out Dozo again. We've seen Max's ability to play. He's a really good battler. I just think he's in too much of a hole with a bad matchup of his last 3. There's the Crunch, does good damage. Agility Thundurus. I believe this thing was Mirror Herb, which is fun. Oh, he survives on 2. Believe it was Mirror Herb. I believe he was trying to get the setup from I don't remember what he was trying to get the setup from. Probably from Zarude. He's probably just trying to steal a little bulk up. And then get the agility up. Acrobatics is going to take down Regieleki. And then Acrobatics doesn't KO the Galarian Zapdos, but This battle is all but over now, because Dondozo is going to come out, and Dondozo is going to finish this one off, if I had to guess. There's the CC, not going to be enough. Dozo going to finish this one off with a liquidation. And your Rising Phoenix Draft League champion is Batmann and the Raleigh Regirocks. Really impressive performance. Phenomenal regular season. Phenomenal in the playoffs. I believe his closest result was 2-0 at any point, other than his Week 9 loss. All of his wins were pretty decisive. We had a really good finals here. I feel like the best two in the league met up. I feel like they both played to the best of their abilities. I feel like with a little bit of extra luck, this battle is definitely a different story. Not missing that Willow turn 1 changes things, with Arcanine probably keeping boots on through the rest of the battle, or through at least the first couple of turns. Not missing that Power Whip, I don't know what effect that has on Dozo here at the end. I don't know if it would still be alive at this point or not. But a little bit of bad luck for Max. He played well. Great season. He's fun to watch. League Sportsmanship Award, and he definitely deserved it. Really cool dude. Fun guy to talk to. He was always around to chat whenever he was online. Cool dude. Great coach. Great performance. Batmann, Raleigh, you are a different specimen, man. I don't know if we're ever going to be able to take you down. Like, your team, the team you drafted was phenomenal. Your prep is amazing. Your battle sense is phenomenal. Like I've said, the switches you make, I don't know where they come from, don't know why you make them, but whatever your sense is, you're right every time. And it's really fun to watch. It's really cool to see. And it's really a struggle to play against. Like, you deserving of this championship. I congratulate you. I look forward to hopefully seeing you in Season 2. Really hoping you end up getting roll into one of the schedule spots where I don't have to play you next season, as we're expanding to 12 teams. I would really appreciate that. But great season from both the coaches in the finals. I would also like to extend my thanks out to all the coaches in the inaugural season. It was fun. I loved running the league. All of you guys were great. None of you I had an issue with. We had a couple of forfeits, but no issues there either. Nobody was... no conduct issues. Like, everyone was great. Everyone was really good at getting their battles done on time. Like, all the coaches were just amazing and really made it an enjoyable experience to run this league. All of you know that Table, co-commissioner, officially next season he'll be helping me run the dock, helping me keep things in check. He's helping me right now with the Season 2 dock. So you'll be seeing both me and him in action. Next season you'll be seeing a lot more videos. I'll be trying to get every battle posted somewhere in some form or fashion. Every coach's YouTube who's going to be posting will be promoted in my videos, either in the description or in a community post. Always down to support people. Hoping this league will gain a following If it doesn't, then it's still just fun to run. It's been amazing. Thank you, all 10 coaches, for, well, all 9 other coaches, for just being great, giving the league a chance. Look forward to seeing your applications for season 2. Hoping we get a lot of new coaches for season 2, expanding to 12 teams to get some new faces in, changing formats to what we're calling a communism draft. We've explained this to the coaches. I'll probably do a video around the time of draft during doing some sort of draft breakdown, either myself, either having someone else do it, post it, record it, or just having someone else write it up. I will be doing power rankings, be commentating every battle. It will be on someone's channel somewhere. And that should be all. Next season will be amazing. We'll be starting with the draft sometime in early August. Battle should probably start mid-August. Definitely going to be getting out not preseason. We'll be getting out preseason power rankings, getting out midseason rankings, giving a little breakdown of playoff chances, how people can make playoffs, and then we'll be giving commentary on every battle. So be happy to see all of you guys there. Should be fun season 2. So I will see you guys with the power rankings for season